Hi, I'm Andreas Apitz. Here's another jazz piano video of my series on drop 2 voicings. Up to now we had been dealing with voicings for major 7th chords. In this video I will switch to minor 7th harmony and introduce the root and the 3rd voicings. Let's begin with the chord C6, which we use for the 6th and the root voicing of C major 7, in closed position. If I put the A at the bottom, it gets obvious that this chord is identical to A minor 7, root, minor 3rd, 5th, minor 7th. I'll put the A back on top and drop the 2nd voice. What we used as the drop 2 voicing for C major 7 with the 6th on top will from now on also serve as the one for A minor 7 with the root A on top. Minor 7th, minor 3rd, 5th, root. Back again to closed position. The next inversion in drop 2 is what we knew as the root voicing of C major 7. Now it's also the 3rd voicing of A minor 7. Root, 5th, minor 7th, minor 3rd. Now I'm going to play a little melody with these 2 voicings. It's actually similar to the 2nd motif of John Coltrane's minor blues tune Equinox, from which I admittedly skipped the pickup 8th note. Also, the song is originally in the key of C sharp minor, but of course we will take the motif through all 12 keys via the ascending circle of fifths. At this point, I would like to address fingering. As I mentioned in the first video of this series, the left hand normally will play one note at a time only and can mostly keep its position for several notes in succession. The right hand, however, playing 3-note chords on every melody note, will have to change its position from note to note most of the time. Here, a good coordination of arm and wrist movements is more vital for the effortless execution than a specific fingering. I demonstrated this in video number 5 of this series. In some cases, it's viable to stay in a shared position for adjacent chords with the right hand also. In the example I just played, I could have used a more open hand position with an octave span playing the first chord with the fingering 2, 3, 5, the second one with 1, 2, 4. The arms only slightly moving sideways. In this way I will play it again with a rhythmic variation similar to the first melody phrase of the same tune, Equinox. Again, besides the pickup note. This time I'll go through the descending circle. These related fingerings are especially useful where a melody alternates between adjacent notes several times, as in the beginning of the bridge of Fats Waller's Ain't Misbehavin'. This time I will change keys on every bar in the ascending circle. I'd like to point out that I derived the voicings for minor seventh chords from those of major seventh chords to show that these shapes work for both chord types. But now it's vital to reassign these shapes to the new chord type so that you don't have to think laterally. B flat minor 7 with a D flat on top. What's the relative major of B flat minor 7? It's D flat major 7 with a D flat on top. That's the root voicing. I can use this for B flat minor 2. No. It's fine to know relative major and minor chords, but it's not practicable if you have to think of a major chord first to be able to find the voicing for a minor chord. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. I would appreciate your likes, comments and subscriptions to my channel. Bye. See you next time.